Okay guys, welcome everybody. It's been a long while since our last video. I think the last time we did there should be a USD JPY, where we talked about the possible buying opportunity from this level of daily demand to give us about 600-700 pips. I think the market did that, so we got about 600 pips to 700 pips from this zone. So we were right on this analysis, and we took out, for those who took the trade, I will say a big shout out to you. Congratulations as well for making about 700 pips or roughly 600 pips from a single trade. So today we'll be discussing another pair, which is a Gbpusd, for a possible buying opportunity. So if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please kindly do that. Like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Whenever a video of such is being dropped, you'll be the first to get notified. So let's see what we have here. Gbpusd. Okay. Take out on this. Okay, so this is the naked chart for Gbpusd, and yeah, so if we watch carefully, though we are still in a downtrend in higher time frame, because we should take our trend line, our counter trend line rather, from this. Yeah, we can currently see that we are still in a downtrend, so we will not take that for granted as well. However, we are seeing a bearish correction. After an impulse, there must be a correction. So this is what we are currently seeing at the moment. So we expect the price, we expect market to at least fill up all these imbalances in the market and tap into this monthly level of supply for possible continuation to the downside. So at the moment, in monthly time frame, we are seeing a correction. However, if we should take notes, we'll see that we have a level of a monthly supply, monthly resistance, which price has broken above this level here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's switch to line chart. Let's see what we have there. Okay, so this is it. Price broke above the monthly level of resistance, so any moment you might see a correction to tap into this this zone here, which is the previous resistance which will be acting as a support for us, then for a possible continuation to the upside. Since we are seeing a correction, and we are now having levels of higher lows and lower lows, higher highs and higher highs and higher lows in the market. So price has printed a higher high here, a higher low, a higher high here. Then we should expect at least price to give us a higher low again, then for possible continuation to the upside. However, we might need to authenticate this higher high. If we see a good let's say weekly or daily confirmation for a for sorry if we see a weekly or daily confirmation for a possible correction of this impulse that we are having at the moment, before we can note that okay, price is about to retest this zone for a possible continuation to the upside. So in monthly, we are yet to see this correction here, the broken level of resistance. So we are yet to see the correction for price to tap into the zone, act as a support, then continuation to the upside. So we might still expect price going up to the downside until we see a reason to take the reversal trade. So in monthly, this is what we are seeing. Let's switch to our main charts. Okay. So in weekly, this is the level I identified as the monthly level of a resistance, which will be acting as a support for us. So here, the market was acting as a resistance here, again here, and we got a break above. So any moment we might see a correction to tap into this zone, which will be acting as a support, then continuation to the upside. So in weekly, we are yet to get a confirmation, and since we are yet to get a confirmation, there is a possibility of price moving higher till we see a confirmation for more correction to the downside. So in weekly, that is what we are seeing. We'll go to daily. Now in daily time frame, price, what we are seeing is a continuation to the upside. First, if we check very well, we have a level of daily resistance here. This whole zone here is a level of daily resistance which we should take into consideration. Now in this daily resistance, we have a daily level of demand, which is this zone here, this zone here, this zone here. So I will need to take these out so that we'll get more clarity. Okay, let me leave this. Here is the daily resistance, which will be acting as a support for us, and here is the daily level of demand, which we should expect price to tap into for continuation to the upside. So any moment we see a correction, this is where we should expect price to tap into. And if I should expand it, we'll see something more interesting. Now I'll have to take this out so that we'll see it very well. And I'll take this out as well, because we've identified that level as a demand in the market. Now we have a fair value gap here. we have a fair value gap here. So this zone here will be an area of interest for us. This is where I expect price to tap into before we can continue moving higher. However, I want us to understand something. Now if this, okay, let's go back to the monthly time frame. Then I'll put it on line chart so that okay. Now remember I told you, or remember I just said price broke above this level of resistance here. So we are yet to see a retest. We are yet to see a retest for possible continuation to the upside. So I point out this now so that because I want to put that into consideration. Now let's go back to the daily time frame. Okay. Now in daily time frame, let's watch something carefully. This whole zone now we are seeing, these are liquidities. We can currently see how price is choked up here. There was no much movement. All we are seeing is buyers, sellers and buyers, having some struggles, grabbing liquidities, taking out stops and all that. So this whole zone here, the day traders were kind of finding it difficult to have a clear movement. So this whole zone here is a liquidity, and we have our buy side, our sell side liquidity here. I'll mark it out. On this line, okay, I have my reasons of leaving that line. I will talk about it soon. We have a buy side liquidity here. We have a buy side liquidity here. So like what I just said, here is the daily level of resistance, which will be acting as a support, and here is the daily level of demand for us, which price is likely to tap into for more continuation to the upside. However, if this demand gets broken, I repeat, if this demand gets broken, that means these whole liquidities that we are seeing here will be taken out, and then price will dip more to tap into this zone here, this sell side liquidity, for more continuation to the upside. Remember that this level, this whole level we are seeing, is the monthly level of resistance, which is yet to act as a support for us in the market. So there is a possibility of price even tapping more or dipping more into this zone for continuation to the upside. However, this will be our area of concentration until this zone gets broken before we look more into this zone more. So how do we approach this, or how are we going to take this trade? First, we should expect price to make a correction into this zone. So here is where we'll be interested to take a buy trade. However, let me identify the level of take profit. Let me go to weekly. Okay. We have a level of weekly supply here. So this is where I expect price to come and tap into first this level here. We have a psychological level here around the 1.3. 1.3. Okay, I'll leave it at that. 1.3. Yeah, okay. So let's go back to daily. So this is how we will be approaching it. Then I'll take out this zone so that our chart will be clean. Yeah, so this will be our first scenario for buying opportunity. Then this will be our second scenario for buying opportunity. This zone here, which is the monthly level of resistance, which will be acting as a support for us. So this zone will be our second level of buying opportunity in the market. So I can take this out, highlight this level here, which is the daily demand. That's the daily demand for us. So that is where we expect price to tap into before we can continue to the upside. So here as well, if that level fails, which is something of this nature, then we should expect something of this nature, to tap into this level here, this zone here that I talked about, this zone here. Yeah, so that should be how many pips? The first level, if price respects it, should be almost 500 pips. Then the second level should be almost 700 pips. Yeah, so this is what we should be expecting in a GBP USD. So whatever price gives us, we'll take and we act accordingly. We have a CPI news which will come out on the 10th, which is Wednesday. Yeah, today we have CPI news today. So let's see how that will happen. We'll not take trade until we see a good reason to do that. However, I have a VIP section where I do send signals with both entries and exit parameters. So if you're interested for that as well, you can link me up in the description box. You chat me up, then we'll talk about that. So that is it on this pair. This is what you should be expecting in a GBP USD. So thank you guys for watching. If you are a new subscriber, kindly like and turn on the notification bell. If you are an old subscriber, please help us to like and share the video as well. So this is what we should be expecting. Let's see how this plays out. So thank you guys. See you some other time.